Hello folks, and today I've got something very special for you. I've got Andrew's top 3 tips for surviving in the Old West. Now why would I do something like this? Well, I've been marathoning the first 2 seasons of Hell on Wheels on Netflix, alone, in my basement. Anyway, the show's pretty good, and it reminded me of a lot of the cool Old West things I used to watch when I was a kid. And I think I've learned some skills, not only from that, but also from playing Red Dead Redemption. So I'm going to share all of my knowledge with you if you ever get transported in your DeLorean back to the Old West. So, without further ado, it's time for Andrew's top 5 tips for surviving the Old West. Tip number 1, shoot everyone and everything that you come into contact with. The biggest mistake a lot of people make in the Old West is thinking that they're safe. Maybe you wake up one morning and you think, I've got a beautiful wife and child, I've got a farm to myself, what could possibly go wrong? I'll tell you right now, your wife, she could be one of them traitors. She could be one of those savages that's out there for blood. And you need to take advantage of this situation by putting one in her. And I mean a bullet, not something, you don't misinterpret what I said, especially if you got a child, you already did that. This goes for friends and family as well. Whoever you think you know, you don't know. You might have a long-lost twin brother that's going to come back to exact vengeance on you. You cannot take that chance. You've got to kill every single person you come into contact with. Tip number 2, make sure that you change your socks on a regular basis. You do not want to end up with foot rot from walking around in mud all day. You might also get a case of the mud butt. That's totally separate. That has to do with eating too many refried beans, and that's your own fault. You've got no one to blame. I gave you the best advice I possibly could. Furthermore, if you do want to prevent the mud butt, the best way to do that is continue to drink a lot of water. Also prevents dysentery. My third and final tip for surviving the Old West is as follows. Do not go to the Old West. Avoid all time machines that will put you backwards in time, roughly between the years of 1850 and 1910. Furthermore, avoid any handsome-looking guys from Brussels. They may in fact be time cops that want to take you back into the Old West. And finally, if you do end up in the Old West and there's nothing you can do about it, just jump off a cliff. Maybe you'll be the first person to learn how to fly, maybe you won't, I have no idea. I don't know how that kind of stuff works. We didn't have technology for that back then. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe for more of my content, the fastest way to do that is to go to one of those heritage villages, you know, where they live in the old-timey clothes. Find a blacksmith, ask him to make a Widowmaker for you. That's a 6-shooter, you're gonna want that. Go down to the nearest KFC, hold the place up for ransom, jump on the nearest train and ride it all the way to the East Coast. Once you get there, cops might be looking for you. Lay low, keep your KFC money, keep your Widowmaker, jump into the ocean, find Atlantis. When you're credited with the discovery, I'm switching into a different accent here. When you're credited with the discovery of discovering Atlantis, then guess what? You subscribe to my content. Congratulations. Boom, bada bing, yay! I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I need a drink. I can't keep my accent straight. I'm turning into a bloody leprechaun. Oh, for heaven's sakes, what am I going to do with myself?